Hey everybody, Rita Murphy here with Feels Like Home, and it's a little bright out here still this afternoon. But I got done mowing today and took a very much needed shower, so I got dressed in my nice clothes for a change. Like shorts in the garden. Something happens all the time. So I wanted to give you a little tour of my garden here, and I got things pretty much cleaned up. I've got just a little bit more weed whacking to do, but for the last 2 days, and then I mowed today because my arm is just worn out. I can't do the weed whacker anymore today. So let's take a look here if I can. I don't know if I can turn it around. Maybe not. I don't know. One of these days I'll learn how to run this thing. So there's the ducks running around over there. They're outside the fence now, and they're very, very happy being outside the fence. All right, so what you're not seeing in the garden, it's a little windy out here. What you're not seeing in the garden right now is, there's a string inside my hat. It's tickling my neck. There we go. I pulled all the garlic, so there might be a stray garlic here or there, but the collards didn't really do very well. You can see there, I'm going to end up pulling those probably. The zinnias are amazing. Look at that zinnia. That thing's a little too big. And then I got some basil. The red Reuben basil did really well this year. I don't know what the deal is with the leaves. You can see, like, there's purple leaves here. But then there's green ones down here, so I don't know. I started it from seed, so who knows. And then the oregano's going to flower. Had a few tomatoes finally coming on. Some of the plants got hit really hard with those tomato worms, and I don't know, they just got stripped of like all their leaves, but we do have a few tomatoes coming on, kind of late, but here's one good sized tomato there. It looks like it's kind of been compromised already, so I should just pull that off probably. But you see the marigolds are everywhere, man. They're like the big cheerleaders of the garden, and they, over there on that other side, they just took off. Over here on this side, I don't know, it's like the beds are divided. Like I have these 6 over here that we set up last year, and then the other 6 that were in town last year that we moved out here this year. So I don't know, and they're a little bit smaller, but 6 and 6. But those, for some reason, the marigolds are just booming. The marigolds over here are okay. Let's see if you can see that. They're okay, but they're not gigantor like the other ones. We hear you, Prince. All right, so here's some chard. Chard is really taking off. There's some more onions. I got a bowl. Here's one of the tomatoes that got hit really hard with the tomato worms. There's like one tomato there, and this is the same thing. There's one little tomato starting there, and the chard is just amazing. Look how bright yellow that is. It's pretty cool. And then this, I don't know, I think that's 2 tomatoes that came together. I don't know. I mean, they're all heirloom tomatoes, but phlox. Got some lemongrass going on here, and it was starting to like yellow out, but it's finally starting to come back a little bit. Some more chard. Here's the tomatoes that are really taking off, and I have one chrysanthemum that survived from last year, and it is right there. There's a big bushy chrysanthemum. There's the chard that survived the winter in my shop. That bright red is just amazing, and there's more little ones down on the bottom. And those are my yellow pear tomatoes. There's some other little and I keep trying to get this staked up, and I'm afraid it's going to break. But I need to tie that up again. I didn't tie it up, I just had it leaning up against this pole, and it has fallen off. Now these, I think these are the sunrise bumblebee, or maybe the pink bumblebee. I'm not sure. The cabbages are really, cabbage worms have been crazy. I've been picking them off right and left, and I don't know. Look at these. These are gorgeous little tomatoes. And yeah, the cabbages are not doing great. Let's look over here. I've got chard. There's a little pineapple sage. I did buy that one. I bought a few plants on clearance because my garden wasn't doing great, and it seemed like once I put those in, like everything took off. I don't know why. This is a lime basil. It's going to seed. It looks so pretty, and I got a tomato kind of twisted into it. So they're helping each other out. The basil's supporting the tomato. The tomato. Maybe we'll get some tomatoes. There's a couple little green ones there. There's one of these little guys down here. That's the one that Jerry always thinks is celosia, but it's not. It's something else. And right now, I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. So, my little wind catchers help keep the birds out. Sorry, I'm picking a few weeds here while we're chatting. There's another one of those stupid little worms. Look at that. Just as bold as anything. Out here right in the daylight. You know what? Since I can't get a hold of you, I'll just pull the whole leaf. How do you like that? Get out of my garden. You're evicted. I'll send this to the chickens. This doesn't all need to be hanging out in here. So I'll just throw it over the fence, and the chickens will eat it. They're my little disposals. So my peas grew up around the frog and the swan like they were supposed to. However, now that they're gone, I need to pull them out of there so I can plant some more and have some fall peas. That'll be nice. Now these, I think these are marigolds, but they look kind of funny to me. I've never seen a marigold with a purple leaf like this. So I guess we'll wait and see. There's one that bloomed and went to seed. I'll let it go to seed. And see what happens. It's crazy grass in here. I had to get the, oh yeah, the weed whacking. I was going to tell you about that. So you can see all the debris. I mean, the grass was like up to my knees. And it was getting pretty crazy. So Jerry bought me a new weed whacker and a battery powered one, which I like because I can't, the gas powered ones are just too heavy. So the last 2 days I've been whacking away at the weeds, and finally where you can walk around in here, and it's kind of nice because then all the debris is just laying there, and it'll help fertilize the ground. This is a yam bean. I can't remember the specific name of it, but there's a little yam bean. I don't know if it like makes, it's like doubled back on itself. If it makes beans here or if it makes like a root thing. I need to clip some of these marigolds out of here, man. I like to pull them off. The ducks like them. So it looks like I got two different plants here maybe, or there's just two flowers blooming on the same, yeah, these are on the same plant. I don't get that. How can you have two totally different marigolds on the same plant? I don't know. But we'll pick some here and give them to the ducks because they like them. We have plenty, so we can afford to use a few. marigolds. So they really like it. Duck, 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 duck. Here, duck, 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 duck. Duckies! That's how I call my ducks. Duck, 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 duck. Come here. Duck, 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 duck. Ooh. I dropped it. I meant to throw it. Duck, 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 duck. Well, here come the chickens. Chickens are like, what's up? Well, come on, I was calling you. Crazy ducks. Crazy ducks. All right, anyway, I've got a pumpkin growing here. There's supposed to be a tomato down in here. Now this is funny. These little things fall off. The little ground cherries. And they're so good. As long as, let's see if I can do this one. I'm hanging onto the phone. That one's green. So when they fall off, as long as they keep their little paper husk on there, then nothing gets to them. See there? Nice and yellow. And it keeps it nice and clean. So I'm all about that. Pineapple. Tastes like pineapple candy. So good. There's another one. See? Open it. It's nice and clean. We don't use any pesticides, so. And this pumpkin has kind of anchored itself down in there, so I took the end of it and laid it out here. I really didn't want it making pumpkins in there because it might get a little crowded. Look at this celosia. This is crazy. Look, there are flowers out in the flowers. It's just nuts. There's a little pepper. These are jalapenos. Get a couple of those off of there. Down there. No. Let's take a couple of those off. That way they'll keep producing. Somebody told me the little peppers were hotter than the bigger ones. I don't know if it's true or not. I guess we'll see. What are you doing, ducks? You want some of these marigolds now? They like dandelions, is what they like, but I don't have any dandelions right now. Here, duck, 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 duck. Come here. Duck, 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 duck. Here. Come on, duck, 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 duck. Duck, 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 duck. Come on, duck, 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 duck. Come on, duck, duck. Like, nope, we like dandelions. What do you think, Prince? Where's your tail at? Did you lose some feathers out of your tail? Huh, Prince? Poor Princey there. He beats up all the other roosters. If anybody needs a rooster, please let me know. I've got about 6 or 8 roosters now. So, Brussels sprouts are coming on. And see them down in there. There's itty bitty. There's some better ones over here. They're just starting to come on. So hopefully they'll get to sprouting. It's freaking beans, man. Beans have gone insane. I got beans that are just going to seed. I got something cabbage or something down in there. As you can see, I need to pick the beans. When I went to Oklahoma for 2 weeks, my husband did not water my garden or come out here and get anything, so All them left. Hence the bug infestation. Nobody was tending the garden. And the beans have gone crazy. And you can see down in there, they're all drying out now. Because they were so gigantic. I thought, well, I'll just let them finish themselves out. We'll save some seed. Or maybe we'll shell them and have some beans. I don't know. There's more crazy flowers clear down there on the bottom of the plant. What the heck? Oh, here's some more. Here's some of the gigantor ones that I saw. Look at that thing. That thing's ginormous. I don't know. But yeah, they're just falling off, so good to get them off of there so we can put more energy into the other beans. Oh, I just ripped the whole top of the plant off. Whoops. Oh well. I'll come back and get more of those later. There's my one geranium. Didn't grow too much. Maybe I'll cover it, see if it'll survive the winter. Oh, here's my other Brussels sprouts. Here's the Brussels sprouts. Look at those suckers. Now, if I could just keep the bugs off of them, it would be great. Every time I water them, I like get the hose down in there and spray it like crazy. There's some more of those purple ones. And this is wormwood, which I'm not sure what it's for. I know it's supposed to be like an herbal remedy thing, maybe. I don't know. If you guys know what wormwood is good for, let me know. And we'll check it out. Here's some more crazy marigolds. Check these out. Bright orange. I love the ones that are two colored, but these are pretty too. Little single colored ones. If we get these orange ones, maybe the ducks will think that they're dandelions. Ooh, these look better. These are actually yellow instead of orange. That might be better. I'm sure the ducks know better between dandelions and marigolds. Uh-oh. Prince had his collar sticking out, man. He was after somebody. Duck, 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 duck. Hey, duckies. How about this? Here, look. Here, does it look like a dandelion? Come on, I got lots of them, look. They're just for you. Are you just going to talk about it? Are you going to eat them? I've been telling everybody that you eat marigolds, and now you're not doing it. You were eating them yesterday. Are you camera shy? I still don't know if I got two girl ducks, a girl and a boy, or two boys. I have no idea. I'm hoping they're girl ducks. I don't need to make baby ducks. I just want eggs. And they're pets. Ducks are just pets. So. Alright, so they're not going to eat the marigolds. Whatever. Well, that's about it, except for my fig tree. Let's look at the fig tree over here. I've got 3 little ones. Hopefully will survive. And I'm going to take them in so they survive the winter. This is the one surviving. I got my potato fork in here because this was a jungle back in here. I don't know what happened to the raspberries that planted. But I just mowed them all off yesterday. Wherever they were, I couldn't find them. So. But yeah, this fig is doing really well. There's a lot of new growth from this year. And we had 3 of them out here. We planted them a couple years ago. The other 2 died off, I think. But this one survived the winter. And we didn't think we had any out here. And then when we started whacking the weeds in the late spring, we found this one. And since we've cleared out around it, it's grown quite a bit. It's probably doubled its height since the spring, but no fruit, which is fine. Just having the plant survive is something. So that's about it. Got my Rose of Sharon here, and some daylilies there. Rose of Sharon. My potatoes are out here somewhere, hence the potato fork. So I'll be digging these up probably tomorrow. Probably not today, since I'm all cleaned up and everything. But that's it. That's my garden, and feels a lot better since I got all the weeds cut down. It was getting kind of ridiculous. But there it is, all 12 beds, and nice and sunny out here this evening. So take care. God bless. Hope to see you soon. Love ya.